No wisdom to offer. I pity those content to live in.
Not sure what they
I wonder what's going on in town. I might go and see.
Trade favors the patient. My bed's
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad... to assist you. Do come again.
Look as long as you please.
Haste makes waste, as they say.
Seems I'm not the only one.
I'll not take that from you.
You look familiar, Cos. Have we met?
Apologies, but I can't offer you a ride, sir.
Come to think of it, we're all of differing vocations, aren't we?
Our respective abilities are unique as well. I see it as a glad thing. We are well poised to supplement each other's strengths.
Indeed, I'd not expected things to
We've got goblins! We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Early Griffin gets the worm. You're sold. Griffin, are you alright? Well done.
Master, if ever your pack grows cumbersome, know that I would be glad to purchase.
Excellent. I think I compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent.
Travelling beyond the rift, I came upon a cave whose secrets you have yet to discover. 'Tis nearby.
Shall I lead the way?
I'll turn you into a pincushion. Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
Each to their own. You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait right there. One of us has been drenched. Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby? We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once. That was superb, Arisen.
Well met. Looking to make a purchase? Hope to see you again.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your... How are we to get through this door?
Really like vegetables.
It's been a hard day.
Where was I bound again?
Sprinkle of by. I've the presence to command any stage. Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should... Be glad to assist you. Have you found any of the items we discussed, perchance?
Always a pleasure.
Living's
To be getting home. Was I lacking in devotion?
Boy, you risen. Have you found any gold ore yet? Wow! Thank Thank you, Arisen. But we'll be needing a little more than this. The purifying process uses up a...
Got to crack a few skulls if you want to be topped off.
Got to sell off what I can while I'm in town.
This year's crops aren't faring so well.
A hard job, better be
Time
done.
to be heading.
Bloody early.
As I recall, the location of another of our tasks is not far from here.
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration. We may benefit from pursuing the information. Methinks I know the general destination. Shall I show you the way, Master? A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. I'd fain lead the way, if you would be so kind as to follow me.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
I worked hard today. I think
How did I end up?
I ought to be getting home.
can't help but talk in a whisper when I'm here. So tired.
This looks as good a place as any.
Hoi, friend! Have you any time for me today? There's something I've come to understand during my stolen hours exploring these streets, and I wanted to share it. Every last resident in this city is wholeheartedly devoted to living out their lives. It seems a simple observation, I know, but to me, 'twas a revelation, for it made me painfully aware of my own position. Can this existence of mine even be called living when I am so doted upon by my mother? I want to live a life I can proudly call my own, and to achieve it with all that my heart desires. I tire of enduring my mother's coddling, and of having to mind every twitch in her face in order to appease her. Looking at this box, it fills me with courage. 'Tis proof that I am not my mother's servant to be wheeled about as she pleases. 'Tis something I obtained of my own will. Here is the last of the gold I owe you. Pray forgive me for making you wait for it. Now, I'd best be off. I may not be able to wander the city again for some time. There's aught I would do. Thus, I cannot say when next we'll see each other, though I feel sure we shall in time. Perhaps sooner than we might think. Till then, take care, friend.
That was quite a gift. I hope that procuring it was not a burden upon the lad. You have my support.
things mean.
I've a terrible
If
itch.
our prayers
Don't
are not
just
heeded,
freeze.
what hope have we?
I heard a rumour that this land was once a kingdom of beastrons.
Truly? Indeed. Though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
Barely drag my arse out of bed.
Am I shedding? Must be my winter coat growing in.
Let's get to work.
Malcolm. All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
We have found a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
I'm ill at ease here.
Where could Mel? Perhaps you could try asking the other children. I haven't been.
I'm quite sure I wasn't dreaming. But ox carts don't run so late at night. Was it a phantom then? I shudder to think.
Oi, Risen! Have you found any? That's all right. I'm sure.
Got to crack a few skulls if you want to be soft.
I say, I've noticed if I were you, I'd pay a visit to the jail next. If you haven't already, the place is full of unsavory characters, as one might expect, who've seen things ordinary citizens aren't privy. I should know. I was among their company.
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery.
Life's been pretty kind to me.
Was I lacking in devotion?
Pick a better mind than mine.
The pups will benefit. There's no telling what will happen if I linger here.
Time to be heading home. Not much going on.
If our prayers are not heeded, what hope have we?
Always gotta be in the thick of things, me.
This calls for a curative. Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at
I'd faints only don't ask me to lower the price any further. Sorry I am to hear it.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated...
You shan't hear me complain about...
Look as long as you please.
Should we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?
Come, we've much to be getting on with. Feeling rested, I trust?
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
First impressions count for much. If you like, I can recommend you a new hairstyle or manner of face paint. Hope to see you again. Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Nattering all day is tiring work.
I'm going to go exploring.
Here's hoping this. Oh, it's not
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier. Fewer monsters are to be...
Oi there, friend! Care to help a fellow out? All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to lose? My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, it concerns my ox cart business. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road, but now I feel prepared to start making trips to Melv again. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about, and I can't help but worry for the safety of the carts. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one Sir Leonard in Melv. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. What say you, friend? Splendid! Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day, but I find that time flies when I take a seat at the station to wait. And mind you don't forget to pay your way before you board. Each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see? In case it encounters any monsters out on the road. So anyone thinking of riding for free will have to take the issue up with them. But enough of my lecturing. Just make sure that letter gets to Sir Leonard. Then come find me when the job's done. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time, seeing as you're doing me a favour and all. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
We've a delivery to make, 'twould seem.
This ox cart's bound for Melv. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
My knees have been acting up of late.
Ah, here we are. The ox cart made it without too much trouble. Mayhap we can employ a cart for our next journey.
I've a selection of wares that should... Please. Hope to see you again.
Hail, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding, a task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent, you're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A basque of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurians scattering.
A saurian nest so near the village is worrying indeed. Let us see the explosive casks there as quickly as we may. You have my support.
I assume you haven't forgotten the delivery we were to make here, Arisen?
We ought to make the delivery now, lest it should end up lost or misplaced. I quite agree.
What am I to do? You really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap it's time I went looking for him. That place puts my head. Is that you, Norbert? Oh, fie. I got my hopes up for... Wait, listen. Would you be willing to search for my brother? The brave fool said he was going to look for herbs and went off into the forest. I've seen no sign of him since. I'd go and search for him myself, only... It is a dangerous place. Understand? I'm not afraid of monsters. But 'twould hardly help anything if I were to run in there unprepared and get myself hurt now, would it? So I thought, mayhap you'd go in my place. You look like you could manage those woods better than I. Please, sir. I worry for my brother. Many thanks. Go into the forest and turn when you reach the tree with the bird's nest, keeping the cliff to your right. Ah, this won't work, will it? I could see the route in my mind's eye. But my feet know it better than I do. I don't think I could plot it on a map, and 'tis hard to describe, but my brother and I are the only ones who use that path to my knowledge. I suppose there's only one thing for it. I'll have to show you the way. Just be alert. The monsters of the forest have changed since the dragon's attack. I'll need you to watch over me, keep me safe. You will, won't you? Right. In we go then. My life's in your hands, friend.
Let us make haste, that no life may be lost on our account.
Wish I didn't have to work to earn my bread.
It's this way.
Seems naught ever goes right.
Master, I vow to weigh my every...
This is a good spot. Let's stop here a moment. I've camped here with my brother many a time. No doubt he caught his breath here before moving on, same as us.
We'll never get anywhere if all we do is rest.
Follow me. We ought press on, lest aught befall my brother.
Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours' sleep?
Seems naught ever goes right.
Goodness. We're higher up than I'd thought. Take care not to fall. We ought to proceed with caution. Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor. We must not let down our guard. Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues. Bad. You truly are formidable, Arisen.
Seems naught ever goes right.
Now seems a fine time to sort through your belongings, Master. Lessening our load will help to keep us light on our feet.
I don't like this place at all.
Can anyone hear me? Please! I need help!
Norbert, are you hurt?
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the earth.
This one.
I'd thought I was done for.
Aye, it was a near thing. How are you?
I think I'll be all right. But if you hadn't come for me,
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother.
From where I'm standing, all that matters is that you made it anyway. I'm eager to be rid of this place. Let's return to the village, shall we? The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal herbs to the people who need them.
Aye, you'll hear no complaints from me.
Let us take every precaution that we might see our charge delivered safely. You have my protection.
I'm just glad to live another day.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients. Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
splendid.
This is my sort of place.
Gran, I want to learn magic, please.
This again, child. You know full well your father has forbidden it. There are plenty of things more deserving of your interest. Why not turn your aspirations elsewhere?
Why must you always take Father's side? I'd have thought you'd understand how I feel better than anyone. Why won't they let me study magic?
What am I to do with that girl? Would that I could allow her to do as she pleases, but...
We should be able to move this boulder with our combined might. Shall we set it rolling? I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
I'd wager there's ought to be found here. We ought to take a closer look.
Would that I could allow her to do...
Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost. I expect you'll be wanting my assistance. This is rather thrilling.
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? I'll go and open the chest. I see a ladder yonder, but we can't reach it from here. We'll have to get up there and drop it down. Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment.
Back at last. That was an ordeal.
Aye, I'm exhausted, but I can rest after I've delivered these herbs. I'll be back.
Good on you. Just take care, all right? You wonder why I don't follow him? So long as he stays away from that forest, he'll be fine on his own. When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him. Said it was too dangerous. What with the monsters acting strangely of late. And I was right. But mayhap none of this would have happened had I only gone with him. My brother is always the one taking the initiative, while I stand around with my hands in my pockets. But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer regrets. Even when you can't be sure where it leads. We managed to save Norbert, and perhaps that's all that matters. Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and fear he suffered. If I'd only... So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Yep.
With Sir Norbert safely returned, Melv shan't lack for medicinal herbs. Two good deeds in one, you might say. All this walking's made my legs ache of fright.
Lots to do. Just a good time.
I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest.
You seem well.
Here at the inn, we also offer... I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough of that. Me? Did you need something? Do come again.